County Fairgrounds USA, countyfairgrounds.net. Welcome to today's podcast.
Today we're going to interview Rickles and Pickles. They are a juggler and a magician act. And apparently they've been doing this for a long time. Who am I talking to?
You're talking to tommEE Pickles right now. Ricky's right next to me right now. Rick.
I'm Rick.
Yeah, you're on the speakerphone right now with both of us right now.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your act and how long you've been doing it.
Like, we've been doing it together for like 10 years right now.
Okay. And how did you get started?
Well, a while ago, me and Ricky were working in different cities, and then one day we met each other.
Oh, very true.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your act. What do you do, and how long does the show last?
Well, when we work together for the festivals, we work together. Well, one of the things we'll do is like I do magic, he does juggling, but when they introduce us, he's in a bunny suit, and that's what makes everyone laugh.
Okay. That's different. How did that get started?
Well, a long time ago, people compared us to Penn and Teller, and we were fans of them, but after we saw them live in here, which is like a private story, we're just like, ugh. Because we don't want to be like them anymore.
Very true.
Oh, okay. So how long is your show, and tell me a little bit about it?
I think it's about 40 minutes, right? 40 minutes to an
well,
hour.
I mean, like my solo show is about, I would say 35 minutes.
Yeah. But when we work together, like, because my show, when I do it alone, it's like only about 20 minutes. But when we work together, it's between 40 minutes to an hour.
Okay. You usually do work together, though, right?
Yeah, when we're on stages, we work together.
True.
Okay. All right. And then have you been juggling?
I've been juggling, I would say about 10, 15 years.
How did you get started in that? That's kind of an unusual thing.
Well, so I started juggling as a teenager, and then once I hit about 20, 22, I figured it was a good source of income, so I kind of switched over to doing that.
I guess you used to do shows by yourself at one point?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've done shows for a long time. So, yeah. I mean, I've definitely worked by myself for most of the part.
Okay. And that's how we got together, was me and Ricky. His name is Rick Wellington. I always call him Ricky because he's like my friend. You know, like, but when we go together, I'm always tommEE and he's Rick. But, like, we worked in all these cities by ourselves. And then I found Ricky in Los Angeles a couple times, Venice Beach, Hollywood and stuff like that, and other cities as well. But I moved back to New Orleans, and then all of a sudden I saw Rick doing his show on Royal Street, and I was shocked. And then one of my friends who traveled down with me that day when I was moving back to New Orleans, he goes, "Isn't that guy?" And I said, "Holy crap, it is." And he goes, "You should talk to him because you're always near each other." And I said, "Okay." And then we actually became friends then, and we had this friendship for over 10 years now, where we always perform, like we each keeping tips to each other, like, you know, like, hey, could you do this instead? And he says the same thing to me. So we ended up saying we should just do a show because no one in the world has done a magician with a juggler. We looked for this on YouTube and Google and stuff. No one does that show. And we're like, this is awesome. Like a magician and a juggler.com. But we're jugglerandmagician.com.
What kind of magic do you do?
Oh, I do all sorts of magic. I do coin tricks, rope tricks, card tricks, and then other magic.
Yeah, and I juggle knives, fire, stuff like that. I do really dangerous acts.
And the bunny suit? Is it there all the time?
No, it's not there all the time. That's just when we work together.
Yep. But if we're on stage, like, this is what we tell fair managers. Like, our elevator pitch for our act would be, okay, show would open up. All of a sudden they announce Rickles and Pickles, a magician and a juggler, or vice versa. And then you see me dragging out a case. This case comes out and it says juggling accessories on the side of the case. And I sit there and I look dumb at the audience, like, what goes on next? And then all of a sudden, the crowd giggles a little bit. I kick the trunk. And then Rick cuts out of the trunk in a bunny suit. And I take a whip and I say, psh, do juggling. And that's how the show starts. But we have a bunch of alpha and omega stuff going on. So at the end, I'm trying to put him back in the box. And I stand on top. And I bring a curtain over and I say, guys, it's been lovely to see you here. And when the curtain drops, Rick is standing on top of the box, out of costume. And then you see when he gets off, the lid starts popping up. And you see me in the box, but I'm in costume as the bunny. And he takes a sticker and puts it over juggling accessories. And it says magician accessories. And he drags me off the stage.
That's cute.
And that's what our pitch is to all the festivals.
Okay. What festivals have you done?
We've done a lot of small festivals and big festivals. The last festival we were at was Michigan State Fair.
Yep.
Okay.
We work like all the festivals. Like in New Orleans, we work during French Quarter Fair or Festival and stuff like that. But we always travel. Like, so there's a long list of places we've been.
You want to tell us about some of the best times that you've had?
Oh, the best times that we have are after the festivals, pretty much. Because one of the things we like doing is, like, whenever we go to a festival, when there's a carnival and performers, one of the great things was we actually went into, we got a notice from the owner. We usually get this, and it says, meet at the beer tent at 9:30. And we're always like, oh, well, the fair closes at 8, so I wonder what goes on in the beer tent. And it's all about getting us involved with all the the carnival people and the vendors. Here's free beer, go wild, get to know each other, because we don't want you guys to have competition with everybody. It's all about having fun, giving it to everyone else.
Okay. So where are you going this year? Where can people find you?
Well, this year we're traveling because we go on.
So probably like Portland, Seattle, around that area.
And,
okay.
you know, like we might visit people up the East Coast. You know, we travel up there because Rick's family is in Pennsylvania and my family is almost in the area, like New Jersey and stuff like that. So, and then we also travel up to Canada, and we do shows up there. We've done a lot of shows up there.
Well, for like the buskers.
Yeah. And we do a lot of busking and stuff like that, because like a lot of my clients will see us, and then they're like, why are you on the streets in New Orleans or other places? And one of the things we always tell clients is like, it's hard to practice everything you want to do on a stage or, you know, in front of people if you're at home. You know, like, because, like, my mirror would be bad for tricks and stuff like that. Like, hey, how are you guys doing? Good answer. You know, like, the mirror won't do that. So that's why we like to be on the streets sometimes and doing all those busker festivals or working on the street, because it helps us keep on doing our stuff, practicing and doing good shows.
Okay. Hey, you didn't tell me how you got to be a magician.
How did I become a magician? Well, it's probably because my family was bad. because, like, I loved watching David Copperfield and Doug Henning and stuff like that in the past, or even Harry Blackstone Jr., and I got a magic box, and I did that stuff, but then puberty hit. So then I stopped doing magic. I was like, oh, look at that girl. But after that, then I got into my late teens, like 18, 19, and I picked up the stuff again, saying, I can do this. Because now I had more confidence, and I started doing it more and visiting magic shops, going to conventions and stuff. And then it didn't hit me that I could do this professionally until I fooled other magicians with stuff that I was doing. Like, the first time I actually got into the Magic Castle was doing stuff that I did at home, and I didn't understand that it would fool people, you know, and that's what brought me into that world going, this is my job. I know that I can do this, and that's where it left me right now. And now I want to blame my parents for giving me that magic kit when I was a kid, because they could have given me a baseball or a glove.
Oh, I bet you're a great magician. Don't knock it. So, you know, you don't have any place particular in mind for you're going to go this summer so people can look for you. How do they reach you if they want to, you know, they're interested in your act?
Well, in the summer, we might come up to Denver or Boulder to do stuff, you know, because I have a lot of friends in the 303 area code and stuff like that. It'd be great to see them. But I love traveling because you see those signposts going, big ball of yarn. You want to turn off the road. Because we're in the entertainment industry, so if someone could entertain us more, we might be attracted to that area.
So how do people reach you?
How many people know me?
How do people reach you if they're might be interested in having you work for them?
Well, it depends. Like, yeah, it's good. He hears better than I do, because I'm an old person. Now, people will reach us through the website sometimes. Now we mostly use Facebook. But also they contact us through YouTube sometimes and stuff like that. Like, that's the best way to contact people, because people hate picking up the phone.
I know this. So tell us what your Facebook address is.
Well, our Facebook address is Juggler and Magician. And it also says Rickles and Pickles.
Okay.
So if you search for Rickles and Pickles on Facebook, you'd find the same thing. Because the long URL, I don't know what it is, but I know when I look on Facebook, if I type in Rickles and Pickles, it says Juggler and Magician and Rickles and Pickles. Like, it's a long name for the title.
So tell me one more thing, and then I'll let you go. Have you ever seen another juggler and a magician together? Another act like yours?
Another act like us? No, we don't have.
We've never seen, like, another act.
No, and I just met a magician yesterday, which was funny. We hung out in Jackson Square yesterday, and I spoke about our act, and he said he worked with another person, and he goes, yeah, but in comparison, I'll be the funny guy, and the other guy's a straight guy. And I said, that's exactly what we got our inspiration from. He's a juggler. He has different attributes than I have. I'm a magician. I'm more loud talking and outgoing, but I'm different, which we attributed, like, that's why people thought we were like Penn and Teller, because we act like that same dynamic, but we don't want to be that way.
Because I barely talk, man.
And sometimes I won't even let him talk.
Okay, guys, it was great talking to you.
And if we're ever in Denver or even in the, Colorado area, all you have to do is see our website, and we will post where we are.
Oh, well, that's good. But you didn't tell us what your website address was.
Well, our website address right now is jugglerandmagician.com, but it goes right to our Facebook right now because we're in the midst of editing our website right now to make it more, vibrant for customers to come to. But otherwise we've seen most customers go through Facebook than they do through web pages.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, it was nice talking to you, and I'll get this posted. I'll give you a shout out. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Like, you could always give a shout out us on our Facebook page.
Okay, guys. Bye.